Hello everybody, welcome back to Buckland Farm. So the last episode we did all the mowing in our two fields and the two pastures. I've wrapped all the bales in the two pastures, so I'm leaving those out for now to ferment, and then when they're fermented we'll put them with all the other bales that I've stacked up in the silage pit. And we just needed to roll the two new fields that we planted corn and sunflower in. So I have actually got the worker on a bit of a course rolling this field. So I think he's started on the centre. So yeah, course play is absolutely fine on this field. But what I found was I couldn't set a course on this field here. And thank you to Michael Murray 888 in the comments in the last video. He suggested that I paint down the grass texture here, because the field was going right up to the hedge, and of course that was confusing course play, so that's why I couldn't get a course up. But if I go into the course play menu now, that will come up as a field. Sorry, no, it wasn't coming up as a field, even though I've painted that texture down there. So I've just set the worker off onto this field first. Once he's done that, we'll go back and see if we can get this one going. If not, then we'll just have to roll this field on ourselves. But yeah, so that's that. So this episode is going to be a little bit different. I haven't done the thumbnail yet, but I would think you've probably all got a good idea of what this episode is going to be about. So you will probably all have seen that the straw harvest pack has come out by Creative Mesh. I've heard a lot about this mod, but obviously because I've only been playing this from this version of the game, FS22, I've never experienced the pack. I know it's a very popular mod, so I have been watching quite a few videos of the explaining the mod and how it works and what it does, and I've watched a few testing videos, so people testing out different things to do with the mod, and I want to introduce it into our farm. So if we just go into, no, wrong one. We just go down here to the straw harvest pack. So I'm not going to go through everything. You've probably watched other videos yourselves, but obviously we've got the three different bale grabs. Got a round baler, a square baler, bale collector, and then this is the pellet producer. So that will produce pellets straight off the straw or hay swath. And then we've got a bale shredder, which will attach to the Primos 5000. So you can feed bales into it to shred into pellets. And then you've got bale twine, which is for the square baler. Bale net, which is for the round baler. And then molasses, which is for the Primos 5000, which also needs water. So yeah, that's the machines. And then if we go into the construction menu, you've got the production, which is a palletizer hall, which looks like that. So inside there is the conveyors and everything that you feed the pellets into, and it will palletize the pellets, which is a bit of a mouthful. And then there's I can't show you, well, I sort of can probably. There we go. You can see just about see the bays there, so you can put the pellets in, and then it's not showing there, but there is a crane, that yellow bit going over the gantries, that's a crane, and then the palletizer part, all the conveyors and that, is at the left hand side on the building. But yeah, so then there's a heat plant which you can put the pellets into to make energy or electricity. And then if you go into buildings, there are a couple of sheds as well, which are basically the pellet hall. So that's just without the crane or the palletizer. You got the pellet hall with a crane, and then the bale and pallet storage, which is 1,000 bales or pallets. And then with the mod comes a sell point, which looks like that tiny little thing, but that's where you sell your pellets. So watching the testing videos that some people have done, it seems that, I mean, I don't know about previous versions of the mod, but it seems that you can sell the pellets on their own, which kind of it sort of makes the need for the pellet hall palletizer redundant, but I wouldn't say it's redundant, because if you use it, then you're using the whole mod pack, which is what I want to do. So to cut a long story short, I'm going to take a loan. Oops, button. I'm going to take a loan, because obviously we're just under 36,000 now. Now, I have got a loan of 300,000, which I've still got £262,000 to pay off. And we haven't really started buying any of the leased equipment yet. So I'm well aware this is going to put us into quite a big bit of debt. But I do really want to get the use out of the mod. I have in my testing, it is well worth making pellets from the bales. You may have seen in other videos, you don't, it's not a one-to-one, so you don't put 9,000 litres of hay in and get 9,000 litres of pellets, but it still does work out a lot more lucrative with the pellets. And it's just something else to do, a new production to try out. And I think it's a really cool mod. So we can take out a loan of 693,418. So what I want to buy first is the pallet production palletizer hall. So that is 175,000, which is a lot, but it's going to pay off in the end, I think. So that's 175. Then the machines. we're going to get... So I'm going to get this grab, which will lift 3 square bales on a telehandler or front loader. So that's another 6. Then we're going to get the... I'm not going to get the baler yet. I do want to eventually. I want to get the baler and the bale collector, because that will basically, you can collect 3 bales at a time side by side. And then you can come along and just pick all 3 up in one go, put them onto a trailer, and it's so much easier. So I do want to get those eventually, but I'm not going to get them yet. I think we'll try and make a bit more money before we invest in those. So I am going to buy the Primos 5000. So that's 320. So we're at 500,000 so far. And then the bale shredder is 32 grand. So I want the Primos 5000 and the bale shredder, and then I've got an idea of what I'm gonna do, and how I'm going to do it. So we just need to buy some molasses, and then we can fill it up with water as well. So I need a loan for around 500. I'm going to take a loan for 550,000. So yeah, bear with me. I know that's going to put us into nearly £1 million worth of debt, but we are going to be able to pay it off. This loan I'm going to take over 10 years instead of 5, because it is a bigger chunk of money. So we don't want to put ourselves in trouble with the amount we're paying back over each month. So yeah, that's going to be 11 grand that we're paying out just on the loans every month. But I'm confident it's going to be worth it with all the baling contracts I did last season. I'm pretty confident that it's going to be a slow process, but we are going to make the money back eventually, and then it's all profit. So so I'm going to place the palletizer hull in our little patch here. So the only issue I've got with this is you can only toggle it that sort of way. So it really needs to go in a corner. So would it be better off over this side? I think it probably would. It's just really annoying that I can't line it up with that fence. So do I want it there, or do I want it over here? Maybe there would be better. Or actually, can get it a bit straighter on this fence, can't we? No. It's really annoying. Like, I haven't got OCD, but I feel like I have playing this game when I'm doing this sort of thing. Is there a way? I never really place things with the mouse. No. I don't think we can we? If I change toggle free mode or snap in. Which one does toggle free? The snapping left. See, can't do that either. Right, okay, I'm just gonna have to place it. So I think it's just a case of finding which corner. Right, I'm gonna place it here. Enough faffing around. Da, da, da. Right, there, done. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. Right, so that's the palletizer all in. Now we are going to buy the baler, the machines. I think they're under balers. I'll tell you what, it's just easier to go into the actual DLC, isn't it? Right, yes, the Primos 5000. So we want to buy that. So you can refill it manually, or you can pay 10 grand and it will automatically refill what it needs. So we're going to do it manually. Just going to change that number plate. So we want something new. Probably would be better if I just made one up myself, quicker. $68. I can be quite funny with. There was a 73. Right, I'm just gonna make one. No, I'm not. Let's just get on with it. Right. I can't help myself. I just want the number plate to look right. Right, the next fairly new number plate, I will stop. Wow, this is right, that'll do. Okay, so that is our new pellet producer. And then to go with that, we need the bale shredder. That comes on a pallet, as you can see. And then it's got a yellow arrow. So you point that towards the machine and then you will be able to attach. Yeah, so I'm going to get the Fent over to the shop to pick up that baler. And I shall see you over there. So now we're going to buy the machines. So we're going to want some molasses. So I think I'm going to buy 2 pallets of that. And then we want the Primos 5000. So you can manually refill whatever the particular baler needs. So this one would be molasses and water, or you can configure it in the shop to refill itself automatically. So you pay 10,000 for that, and it will do it automatically for you. But I want to get the full use of the pack, so I'm going to do it ourselves. And to be honest, the animations on these machines are really cool, really detailed, and yeah, so we're going to do that. I am just going to change the number plate. I do have a bit of a problem with number plates, especially UK ones. I like them to look authentic and new. So yeah, 71 plate. That'll be fine. Excellent. All right, so we'll buy that. And then we need the bale shredder. So that just comes on a pallet. It's got an arrow on one side, yellow arrow, just there. So that's the side you face the machine to attach it, which you will see in a second. So that's everything we wanted. The other thing I'm going to buy is, I'm not sure where it's going to be actually. Ah, there it is. So this is a towable PTO. So you need something to run the bale shredder and pellet producer. So I thought if we have a portable PTO that can be permanently attached, then it frees up a tractor. So what do we want? Okay, so the extension increases the fuel capacity. I think we'll do that. I think we'll have, yeah, we'll go for yellow all over, I think. Or extension, let's have the extension black. There we go. And rim colour. Yeah. So that's 5,280. So yeah, I think that's well worth having, because we can, like I say, we can free up a tractor then. Right, so just gonna jump over. So I've brought the pellet over already. So we'll hook up the, I'm gonna call it a baler, but yeah, it's the pellet producer. Now, when I was testing, I did have a little bit of difficulty attaching the bale shredder with manual attach. So we'll give it a go, but I might just have to turn the manual attach off for a minute. You do have to be really close. Actually, while we're here, we'll refill with the molasses, and then we'll have to get the 4x4 over with the trailer just to pick up the rest. I've got a bag of seed there for some reason, so bring the trailer over at some point and fill those up. So 200 litres to fill it up, so that should last us a little while. So it does go on the same side as the pipe on the right hand side. Let's see if that's close enough. Ah, there we go. So yeah, that just attaches like that. what I should have done when I was filling the molasses is that I'm not actually sure if this one does. I think it might be the balers that have got the animations. Basically these panels lift up, and then you can see where the twine and the wrap goes. I'm not too sure it does it on this one. No, I don't think it does. But yeah, I can show you that on the balers when we get them. So I'm going to get this back to the yard, because that's where I'm going to set it up. So I shall see you back there in a moment. Right, back in the yard. So I went up and got the PTO. I've set up the bale shredder. So we've got the bale shredder is out and ready. So you place the bales on the conveyor there. That part there shreds it, and then does what it does. And we just don't think I can jump up there. Hang on. There we go. So bale goes along the conveyor, gets shredded, and then the pellets come down here and fill the hopper, and then they'll go into that trailer. So the aim will be to fill up the trailer and then get it over to the palletizer shed, and then I'll show you what we do from there. I'm just going to get this PTO attached. Might have been better off. Right, so just turn the menu on. Right, let's detach the car first. So if we enter the PTO, start that up. So we can start the pellet harvester from the PTO. But we will. I didn't fill it up with water. Right, let's just turn that off. We will jump to the telehandler. So I've bought the grab for the telehandler. I've just got these 3 hay bales out here, so I can show you how this works. So you just drive up to the 3, and then literally just press X to grab the bales, and that is then grabbed. So when I was doing my testing, I found that it took 32,000 litres of hay to fill up the hopper in the pellet harvester, and that's 9,000 litres of pellets. So you do lose a little bit, but as I say, when I did my testing, it was well worth it. So what I'll do is just grab one. It's the wrong button. Grab one, put it on. You need to be fairly accurate with this, where you place it. I think that should be. Put it there. So jump into the PTA, start that up. Yeah, got to refill it with water, haven't we? How am I going to do that? Right, just to be, just for the sake of quickness, I am just going to quickly do it with easy dev, just to fill the water, because otherwise I've got to dismantle that whole thing. And yeah. So fill it. So it's 500 litres of water. Takes. So it's not a lot. As I say, I don't know how long that lasts. But yeah, so turn on pellet harvester. So you can see the bale. It is very slow going into that bale shredder, but gives you time to put a bale on, go and collect another bale ready, and more than plenty of time to do that. So just wait for this. Just tap HUD off, and then you can see it all working. As I say, the animations on this pack are really good. So when it gets to the shredder, create some dust, as you can see. It's shredding the bale, and then it's doing its thing and creating the pellets. And then the pellets are going into the hopper, and they're going into the trailer. So yeah, I think this 7,250 litre bale will create nearly 2,000 litres of pellets. So you do lose. You only get about a quarter of what the bale capacity is in pellets. But like I said, the price is great. So I'm going to fill up the trailer so that we've got a full trailer's worth, and then we'll get it over to the palletizer hall, and then I can show you what happens next. So I'll see you over there shortly. We are still over at the pellet producing setup. Just wanted to go through a couple of things quickly. So I've sort of got a bit of a system with this. The bales are stacked in the shed in a way where I can pick up 2 at a time lengthways, so they can just go straight on the conveyor. So that's quite easy. We've got... still got that on. There we go. So we've got 21,544 litres of hay pellets, which is 90% of the trailer. So that is 12 bales that I put into the pellet machine. So 12 bales at 7,250 litres each is 87,000 litres of hay. So if we just go into the prices menu, so hay at the moment is 103 per 1,000 litres. The highest is 111, lowest is 88, so we're about in the middle. So if we say 87 times 103, so those 12 bales would have given us £8,961 as they are, just hay bales. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go over to where the soup factory is and the Silver Run market. So I'm going to put down the sell point for the pellets over here, just so that everything's not all together. So it is only a small sell point, but I think what we could do, because that's a market, maybe if we just put it over here, I think that'll be all right. Yeah, we'll put that there. So now we've placed that down, we can have a look and see what the price is for hay pellets. I'm concentrating on hay. Obviously we can do straw as well, but hay is more profitable, but we will do straw at some point. So the hay pellets, you can see here, we can already sell the hay pellets and the straw pellets, both at Silver Run Market and the straw and hay sale point, and they're both around the same, 460, 465. But pallet sell point, they're almost double that, £799 1,000 litres. So if we say there's 21,000 litres of pellets in that trailer, 21 times 799, that's £16,779. So although we've lost 3/4 of the capacity, or the amount of hay, we will still double what we will make. So it's well worth doing, producing them into pellets. Now, with the pallet or pellet sell point, you can tip loose pellets into here. So really, you don't need to palletize them, because you get exactly the same price. So you could just use that the pellet harvester in the field, pick up your swath, it will take it straight into pellets, unload it into a trailer, come here and tip it into the sell point, and you'll get the same price as when it's palletized. But as I said, I want to use the whole pack and get the most out of it, so I'm going to palletize them. So what we're going to do, I'm going to get the trailer over to the pallet hall. It's very hard when you're talking about pellets and pallet, trying to get it all out. It's a bit of a mouthful, but so I'm going to get him over to the pellet hall, and then we'll show you the next step. Right, so we're down at the palletizing hall. So we're just going to... I haven't actually shown you the inside of this, have I? Excuse me. So we've got the 2 roller doors. And got a side door here. So this is the hall. So we've got the technically 3 bays, but 2 full bays there. You can put your straw pellets there, hay pellets in the other. And then this is the palletizer. So you put your pellets into the hopper, and then the pellets go up that chute down into there, where they're bagged into 50-litre bags, and comes up the conveyor around here, and they are sorted into, I think there's 5 50-litre bags per layer, and then I think it's 8 layers in a pallet, so you end up with a 2,000-litre pallet at the end of the conveyor here, which is shrink wrapped, but you'll see all that in a second. We've also got the gantry crane, so we can enter it like a normal vehicle. Don't think you have to start it, do you? No. Right, so you got the clamp bucket, a bale fork, and a pallet clamp are the different tools. Yeah, there we go. So we can spin that round, we can drop it up and down. I think, yeah, that one, so we can move all the way across the hall, the complete length, and then we can slide the attachment all the way up and all the way down, so you can get to every part of this hall with this gantry crane. So what I'm thinking is leave the pellet producing what are we calling it, pellet harvester, up at the farm as it is, so that's where we're going to be bringing the bales in, and then we'll bring trailer loads down like this every now and then of straw and hay. We'll fill these 2 bays up, and then every now and then we can just come in with a crane, load a load of the pellets into the hopper, and get some pallets producing. The other thing you can do is, the way I've got the pellet harvester set up in the yard, in the farm, and you could also have it set up here, so you reverse it in here so that the pipe is over that hopper, and then you've got the bale shredder around here. You could always bring the bales in, and it will feed straight into the palletizing machine. I'm sure people will come up with all sorts of ingenious ways of using the pack with conveyors and all sorts of stuff, but yeah, I think that's the way we'll do it. At some point we'll probably have a go at using the pellet harvester in the field. So picking up the swaths, making it into straight into pellets. Now the only issue with this pallet haul is it's quite small and quite tight. As you can see, and I haven't really got the best trailer for this because it is quite a long trailer. But, let's have a look and see if we can get. It's probably a better angle, isn't it? Yeah, so, oh, hold on again. Oh, that's not going to let me unload. It's all connected. No, it wasn't. Yes, it was. Ah, there we go. Control I. But it won't. Ah, there we go now. So I'm not sure how much these bays will hold, but get a few trailer loads in there, so I mean we've got enough there to produce 10 pallets, I think it is. Was that 21,000 litres, wasn't it? So 2,000 litre pallets. Yeah, so you get a fair amount of pellets in there at a time, I think. So let's just jump into the crane, and then I can show you that that working. So just have to bear with me because I haven't been using this. I've had a little play. It's just trying to get used to all the controls. Get that down. Move it out to be able to. Yeah, there we go. So the bucket is only 800 litres, so I'll just do 3 buckets just so that we can get a get one full pallet produced. Quite a lot of controls to get used to. Once you've got used to it, I'm sure it's a doddle. There we are, getting a little bit quicker. So you'll see over here, it tells you a few bits of information. So tell you today's output, how many bags and how many pallets you've produced. and how long what's in the hopper will last for, and then the fill level in the hopper as well. So there you can see, comes in, turns the bags to whichever direction it wants them, and the next two will go lengthways, and then that's one layer. As I say, I think there's 8 layers altogether in a pallet. So yeah, you could either use the crane or a bucket on a telehandler, which I think I probably will do. That might be a bit easier. Yeah, I think that'd probably be easier and quicker than using the crane. But nice feature of the mod pack to have the crane. That's pretty cool. So let's just move that. Just put it there. So there's our first pallet. Come to the end here, and then it gets shrink wrapped. And there we go. 1 2,000 litre pallet of hay pellets. So yeah, that is the mod pack. The straw harvest pack. So I think I'm going to carry on making some pellets, and we'll get some straw pellets made as well, and we'll get some pallets produced. That's another little production. Let's have a look over here. Have we got any? Still waiting for the first prefab wall, so we're 50 litres off that. But we have got so what we've got: planks long, wood beams, and planks. We've also got the planks over at the other sawmill. Now I'm not sure what this is about, but it says 8 litres of wood chip. Even in the production menu, it says 8 litres. So I'm not too sure. Fact. And pretty sure we'd have to. I'm not actually sure how we get the wood chip. Can you just go next to the pile with the trailer? Yeah, there's no I suppose you'd have to get a bucket. No, we'll keep an eye on that. But I think that is going to be where I leave this one. Yeah, that is the Straw Harvest by Creative Mesh. A new production. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this interesting in some way. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, please leave a like, and please feel free to comment. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye for now.